Before we start, just understand this is not a signal service. Everything you see here is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and the goal here is not to follow trades, it's to learn the process behind them.
Good morning, and welcome to I'm the Trader Capital Alive Trading for Law. It's Tuesday, August 18th. First and foremost, all glory to the Most High God. You know what it is. Let's bow our heads for a quick prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for another opportunity to try again to learn and grow in these markets. Father, we ask that your will be done today as it is in heaven. Father, we ask that you give us the heart of a giver and make us a lover of our neighbor. Please let me not lead anyone that listens to me astray, but use me as a vessel to bring your children back onto you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 Oh, glory to you, Father. Woo! Can the church say amen? Duh, 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 duh. Amen. Let's begin.
Before we jump into the charts, I just want to say this. There was a time I used to sit down on the charts with no real plan, jumping between strategies, losing, blowing accounts, second guessing every entry, and honestly just hoping that the trade would work. And that's where most traders are today, not because they're not capable, but because they don't have a structured process. The biggest pitfalls that causes traders to fail is that they have no knowledge on money, they don't know how to lose, they don't know how the markets operate, and they don't have a winning model. 90% of traders fail, all 90% are plagued with one or more of these pitfalls. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 pillars that every trader must have in their trading to survive and thrive in the financial markets, so you can join the 10% who succeed and fast track your way to the top 1% of the wealthiest people on this planet. It's called the 10% to 1% club. Let's go. Woo! But before we dive deep into the 3 core pillars, when you step into this arena, on this battlefield, you must first have 2 crucial realizations. Realization number 1, trading is war. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the hardest thing that you will ever do in your life. Realization number 2, all traders are money managers. As a trader, your ability to manage money is vital to your survival in this industry and in life as we know it. Most traders think that success in the markets comes from finding the perfect strategy or catching the biggest moves. But the reality is, trading success is built on 3 core pillars. First is money and mindset. This is the foundation of success. Then is risk management. This is the holy grail of trading. This is what will keep you in the game long after everybody else has quit. And lastly, we have trading edge. This is where all traders start. I know this because this is where I started. That's why in today's session, we're going to hone in on your trading edge. Now, everything that we do here is built around one thing, and that is confidence in your trading edge. And at I'm the Trader Capital, our confidence comes from 3 things. First, it comes from understanding how the market actually operates. Not what social media says, but how money truly moves. Second is having one trader model. One model with IPDA signatures that we trust and execute on a consistent basis. Third is having a plan and a process, because without a plan and a process, you're just reacting to price and you're winging it each and every time. And this right here, this session, this is where we focus on the 3rd piece, the process.
So many people lose confidence in trading and in life because they simply don't have a plan. There's no process they're following. There's no procedures and protocols that they're abiding by. They literally are just winging it. And they wonder why they can't get consistent. They wonder why there's ups and downs in their equity curves. They literally can't figure it out. The uncertainty of not knowing exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, why and when you're doing it in the market will cause you to fail in trading. Confidence and certainty are key
if you want to be successful in trading. And it's your responsibility as the trader, as the analyst, as the fund manager. It's your responsibility to attain that confidence, not only in your model, but also in your processes. So what I want to do right now real quickly is I want to share with you the process that we teach all our analysts at I'm the Trader Capital, and then we'll see that process live in action. This is the 3-step trading process. Step 1, condition. This is where we determine our bias. Before we even think about entering a trade, we need to know the market program. Are we in a buy program or sell program? This is where the market shows its hand. Then we have step 2, stage. This is what sets up your trade and what does your trade look like. There are 2 types of trades, retracement setups and continuation setup. Then we have step 3, execution. This is how you're going to enter, manage, and close the trade. At I'm the Trader Capital, we have 4 entry criteria before executing. I'm not here to force trades. I'm here to execute my plan step by step in real time. All right, let's get into the live trading flow. Now, as you're watching, don't just look for entries. Pay attention to the process behind the entries, because this is what will get you into the 10% of traders who succeed. And if you want to go further to the 1%, well, that's where we break down all 3 pillars inside of the program. I used to think that winning trades built confidence, but it's not the wins. It's knowing exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it before, during, and after each trade. And that is what we're building here. Let's begin with our daily trading processes.
Weekly target going into this week is 3% as usual. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to continue to grow and get 1% better. Yesterday was an incredible day. We'll talk about it when we get into the charts. But like, even though I took a loss, it was on me, it was on the trader. I didn't know what I know now, but it's all good. We move and we learn and we progress. But yeah, like I said, nothing of note mentally to mention. Just just in the grind. I'm back in focus on the grind. Just trying to take it one day at a time. Not trying to rush anything. Not trying to be where I want to be already. Not even overthinking it. Just taking it one day at a time. Literally, that's all I can do, and just aiming to be 1% better every day. So I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. News, like I said, it's Tuesday, August 18th. All right, we had high impact news come out at 8:30. Another one came out at 9:15 when we kicked off. Medium impact news came out at 8:30. Another one coming out at 10. All right, so we have news today, making it an optimal day to take a trade. Risk going into today, we're at 0.25 of account size, and we have a max of 0.75 per account per day. Weekly program hasn't been established yet. Well, we have Monday's range. I'm not sure if one side has been taken yet. So let's go ahead and review price action overnight to see if we've established a weekly program already. And we'll go ahead and adjust our higher time frame ranges. Talk a little about yesterday's price action, and then we'll get into our 3-step trading process for today. So that's what's on the agenda in the morning. Let's crack on then. Let's crack on then. Let's waste no more time and crack. Whoa, ho, 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 whoa, ho, ho. Yo, ho, ho, ho. Yo, mate. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. We caught this bitch from up here, mate. Up. No, that was not even it. Yeah, no. Up here. Yeah, it was up here. For sure. Yeah. That bitch still rolling. Still tanker. Still going. Mate, oh my goodness. That's day 1 of seeing what we needed to see for our model, right? Remember, I said at least 2 to 3 times a week we see it. Last week, it was about 3 times. And obviously, we had the retracements, but the other 2 days were retracement setups. But the 3 days, whew, retracement into a premium discount, that continuation, chef's kiss, mate. Anywho, too much excitement these days. I don't know, man. Life is looking good. Let's get so for my bon dia, buenos dias, hola, ¿cómo estás? I can't find this thing I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. ¿Cómo estás? We can't find it, No coffee, just vibes plus a hummus wrap. All right. We love the no coffee part. Yeah, that shit tanked like a bitch. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, I go get my. It's just a glass of milk. I don't know. I haven't been yamming on the carrots in a minute, innit? What are you having for breakfast? Are you even having breakfast? I know you don't be eating. Anyway. Hey, don't distract me, folks. Monday's range. Monday's range. The chat just got me distracted a little bit. So for me, how I determine my weekly program is based on Monday's range from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. All right. Monday 12 a.m. to Tuesday 12 a.m. I take the lowest low to the highest high. That will give me my Monday's range, and that will determine my weekly program, depending on which side of that gets taken. By Monday's range, let's get back on the 4 hour. So we've taken Monday's sell side, okay? What I have noticed though on that Monday's range is that once we take one side of it, price usually tends to go and take the other side. That's something I'm collecting data on. I have like about 10 weeks of data to support this, what I'm saying. So I'm also obviously walking this forward as well this week as well to see if that is the case, right? But we've taken Monday's low, all right? So I'm in a sell program for the week until we come back and take Monday's high. All right. Oh, what the hell? Until we come back and take oh, whatever the chef makes. Okay, you go it like that, yeah? Okay. Love that for you, mate. Let us know what the chef has on the menu today. Until we come back and take Monday's high, all right, I'm maintaining in a sell program, okay, for the week. The same thing that I do for my daily condition is the same thing I do in regards to my weekly. Let's go ahead and adjust, take a look at what the weekly is saying so far. Dropping a little bit. Okay, like I said, we do have this weekly inefficiency here, suspension block. We do have a gap in here too. So I'm seeing how price behaves in this inefficiency here, okay? I'm including this right here because there's a gap between this candle's close and this candle's open, makes this a suspension block. If you don't know what that is, go on ICT's channel. He teaches it. I'm not here to teach his shit, okay? Just a little disclaimer there. But anyway, this is where I'm anticipating price to come into, at least to see if we can make an attempt to come to consequent encroachment of this suspension block here, okay? And then continue higher, okay? My draw is still up here. Until proven otherwise, my draw is still up here. Daily. 20-day low is good. Let's get 20-day high adjusted here. Okay, we can save that there too. Oh, mate, there's just so many ranges nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Which one is this now? Previous week. Don't touch previous week. I don't want to touch previous week. I want 20-day. 20-day adjusted. Previous week we're good on that on previous week. Last 3 days we have 1 2 3 low comes to this low. We've taken that low as well, smashing it. We have previous week's low below price as draw currently right now to then catch the continuation, potentially going up. Previous day's low, previous day's high. We're taking previous day's low, obviously, which was Monday's low. Okay, so if you're using previous day's range, all right, to determine your condition coming into today, then you'd be in a sell program because we've taken previous day's low. Okay, so it's okay. I won't be taking anything until 10 o'clock anyway, so I'm not really fussed about opening right now. We have previous week's low below price. Cool. We already established that, and we're kicking off though. Let me get rid of this. Decent size open range gap. We like that open range gap. It's a big one. It's above price. Okay, so we gap down. So we have a discount gap down. So that means when we closed at 4:14 yesterday for regular trading hours, okay, and we open at 9:30 today, the price gap down. All right, so we have a gap down. I'm looking to see how price gravitate towards consequent encroachment. I still don't have my dealing range going on. We've taken dealing range sell side though. Oh, mate. Come on, man. You're slacking. We're taking daily range sell side. We establish our daily condition as a sell program today, in line with our weekly, okay, in line with our weekly. So we're looking to be a seller of the market today, just like we was yesterday. So we'll be waiting for price to retrace into a premium, because best selling conditions will happen in a premium and best buying conditions will happen in a discount. And how you determine premium and discount die, this is for you. Watching the retracement of the 1 hour OB. All right, below 1 hour OB. Cool, cool, cool. Let me see where the 1 hour OB is. Is it further along? Okay. I'm assuming it will be somewhere on Wednesday 12 or before that, or Tuesday 11th. All right, all right, all right. So to determine premium and discount, once you have our range, right? Once you have our time-based range, which depends on your style of trading, right? Your style of trading will determine this time-based range that you're using. Okay. For me here, for us here is day trading. Okay. So I use current days price action, okay, to determine my condition for the day. I go from 12 a.m. to 9:15, okay, before kickoff. I note the lowest low, highest high, and the midpoint of that, okay? The lowest low, highest high, and the midpoint of that range, okay? So anything above the midpoint is a premium, which is where the best selling condition will occur. Anything below the midpoint is a discount, which is where the best buying conditions will occur. That does not mean that you cannot sell in a discount or buy in a premium. Just understand you're buying an expensive price and you're selling at an expensive price. I don't know if that makes sense. Selling at an expensive price. Can you do that? Can you sell at an expensive price, or does it have to be sell at a cheap price? You don't sell it. You're not selling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But me personally, right now, I'll be waiting for price to retrace into a premium of the range, okay, to then anticipate a continuation to the sell side. That does not mean, why is this not showing on my M1 right here? What's going on here? That does not mean that I will not sell in a discount, okay? The only location or level I would sell at is at the low, okay? If I'm selling, I would only look for a sell opportunity at that low, all right? It's either above premium or at that low. Da 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 da. What's EXP? Experience? How'd that retracement look? It didn't work. Did it work out? Would you still be in there right now? What am I doing here? DR. If he can't buy PR, then he PR. That's how the song goes. Some shit like that, right? It goes some shit like that. Like that. Anyway, below dealing range, okay, we're looking for liquidity below dealing range. Liquidity can be inefficiency as well, but the only inefficiency that I'm focusing on is open range gap and new week opening gap. Okay, I don't really want to focus any other inefficiencies, to be honest. So we have previous week's low as a draw on liquidity for our draw today. Okay, since we've taken sell side, all right, I'm anticipating the price is going to continue in that direction until we take dealing range buy side. At that point, my bias will flip. Okay, so if this happens, then this is what I'm expecting. All right, so until we take dealing range buy side, all right, I'm anticipating the price wants to continue in the direction that it's taking. So my draw on liquidity right now is previous week's low, which is what we have below price. Okay, and above dealing range, I'm seeing if we take buy side here, market structure shift, this will confirm a retracement setup. Not one that I would be engaging in because it's too close to equilibrium for me. Okay, it's too close to equilibrium. I doubt this range will even, -1 will even give me anything above equilibrium or at equilibrium. Hold on though, let's check. Trust but verify. Yeah, negative one's all the way up here. All the way up here, which, too close. It's still in the premium, but it's just, yeah, not one that I'll be interested in, to be honest. Coolio. We take that short-term high right there. Like I said, we'll confirm a retracement setup, and we'll watch it. Not one for me though, just because of the entries here, and I'm looking to catch a continuation to the downside within this area here. So it just doesn't make sense for me in terms of, you know, this distance, and at least get into negative one. Above dealing range, should we flip bias? We have previous daily low, okay, as a premium array above dealing range, which is in close proximity to previous 3 days equilibrium, which we have taken the low of that. So if price wants to retrace into a premium to then continue lower, it can also do that from up here. And above that, we go previous week's high as the next. Yeah, we have lunch session here too. So that's if we should get that high. But step one condition, right? Determine your bias, right? Which, depending on your style of trading, what is your style of trading will depend on what time-based range that you're using, okay? So you need to first decide what style of trading that you'll be using. How are you going to interact with this market? Are you going to be a scalper? Are you going to be a day trader? Are you going to be a short-term trader? Short-term trader just basically means you hold trades for about 2 to 3 days, all right? But within the week, you're done trading, okay? Or you take a trade on Friday and you hold over the weekend, all right? You're holding for 2 to 3 days. Swing trader, you're holding from like 3 days to like weeks, all right? You're holding for that swing trader. And we have position trader where you're holding for weeks to months. And a bonus, we have investing in the market, which the 401k and the IRAs people do. I don't like talking about the last two, even swing trading. I don't even like talking about it, but hey, it's not about me and what I like talking about. It ain't about me, is it? Okay, I will see this as a retracement setup, and I'll be more interested in this one because it's a smaller range. It's a smaller range, and negative one, right, is right before equilibrium. So I'll be more interested in this retracement. Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong. Yeah, negative one is still before equilibrium, right? So we're watching this retracement setup here. It'll be a long. Let's see what 1, 2 came back, takes our slide, came back above it, back below. Is a failure swing, okay, because we failed to take this low here. Came back to and through external liquidity, market structure shift back above. So we're watching this retracement setup. Top would be at this swing low. 2 contracts anyway, so we'll be our negative one right here. Let's see if he gives us negative one. This I'll be interested in more than this one because at least negative one is before equilibrium. So it's enough range to catch something, right? Before you get to the point where you're looking to catch the continuation. Oh, watching that. the OB that it rejected. You said you're watching that for the continuation. When we get some downtime, we'll talk about yesterday because is a great recap. Yesterday's price action is a good recap, exactly what I'm looking for in price, and it just show it. Yeah, okay, cool. Is it at or above dealing range equilibrium? That 1 hour. Let me check. Which one at 1 hour? It won't show it on here because I got this thing. This one, the 2 a.m. Order block. Seven a.m. This one right here, I would personally prefer you to look for an order block that's at the 50% level of the dealing range or above. Yeah, 2 a.m. one is definitely better in terms of looking to buy sell in a premium and buy in a discount. That's just the most ideal place that you do your buying and selling. Doesn't mean that obviously you can't sell in a discount, right? Just be aware that you're selling at expensive price. I don't know if that makes sense. I need to figure out the correct term to say that. Selling at an expensive price. Can you sell at an expensive price? Buy low, sell high. That is what they say. Buy low. Oh yeah, so you are selling at an expensive price. So it does make sense. Buy low, sell high. No, that is whatever. Buy low, sell high. Thank you, baby trader. You want to buy low in a discount, sell high in a premium. Okay. Still collect the data though, Dai. Still collect the data on that order block. If it gives you an opportunity and you want to jump in, nothing wrong with it. But yeah, that's what they teach everyone, right? You want to buy low and sell high. That's where premium and discount come into play. I'm just too technical sometimes, innit? I'm just too technical sometimes. I can't even like think of the simple things. That is my downfall as an educator, as a communicator. You know, sometimes I do overcomplicate things that don't need to be overcomplicated. That's just because this is just I've been living and breathing this for the past 6 years. It's just it just is in me at this point. Yeah, PhD, man. I got my PhD in technical analysis, technical science. So it's hard to talk regular shit after 6 years in this shit. Because remember, price also sometimes won't always it won't always retrace into a premium, right? For you to catch the continuation. So if you're okay missing those trades, that's on you. But if you're not okay missing those trades, then if you want to sell in here, fair enough, go for it. I ain't regular. Nah, son. But it's all a personal preference anyway, right? It's all a personal preference. What may work for me may not work for you. So just collect the data, and if you have enough data to back it up, don't worry about what I'm saying. You have your data, right? So it's not about what I'm saying. You can easily say, hey, this is the data that I've collected over this amount of time period, and this is what it shows. I'm not going to argue. You can't argue with data. I'm sorry. There's no arguing with data. That's why I said that I collect the data on it, and if it makes sense for you, then go for it. But ideally, right, you want to be selling in a premium and buying in a discount. But that 1 hour OB is doing its thing right now, isn't it? Data. And you'd be getting smashed out of this, right? Gave you bread and butter though. Nothing wrong. Losses are the only thing promised to us, right? But for me personally, I'm looking to catch a sell, continuation sell at equilibrium and above. Unless it gives me something right at dealing range low, I'll be interested. Until that, this is where my ideal looking for the continuation will occur, okay? This thing right here. So we got a high, a low, a midpoint of our dealing range, and we've taken sell side, so we're in a sell program, okay? Like I said, we will maintain a sell program until dealing range buy side is taken. The same for my weekly. I'm going to maintain a sell program for the weekly until we've come back up here and take Monday's range high. I am also watching one shot, one kill on this thing here too. But previous week is the next draw on liquidity for me. That's where I'm seeing price is heading to after we've taken dealing range sell side. So now that we've established our program for the day, for me personally anyway, I don't know how you're establishing your program. Depends on your style of trading, depends on what time-based range you're trading. If you're day trading or scalping, I recommend using previous day's range, okay? Or current days, 12 a.m. to 9:15, highest high, lowest low. If you're day trading or scalping, mainly scalping, you want to use opening range time-based range, all right, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, that highest high, lowest low, midpoint. You want to use that. Or first hour of trading, which is 9:30 to 10:30. Day trading, more so you want to use what I use, all right, 12 a.m. to 9:15, highest high, lowest low, or previous day's high, previous day's range, right, the high, the low, the midpoint of previous day. When it comes into short-term trading, you're looking at previous week's range, and you're looking at Monday's range, okay? You're looking at Monday's range. When it comes to swing now, you're looking at previous week, and you're also looking at previous month for swing trading. I don't know much about them, really and truly. So that's the only time frames I recommend. If you're looking at position trading, we're looking at previous months and maybe previous year. That will go into position as well. But those are the recommendations for depending on your style of trading. I still need to do more research. I only know what I know, really and truly, to be honest. But I need to do more research for the folks that want to trade a different style. So I'm not limiting you to only day trading. It depends on your lifestyle, your time that you can offer to the market right now, and your risk tolerance. Hold on. Don't know if I feel this. This is not like it's not hitting me to the bone, like to the core, like clean. And if it's not clean, I don't want no parts of it. 5, 6, 7, 7, 5, 750, 5, 750. Same low. It's not super duper clean. Ding. Come back in it. Market structure shift back below. Not super duper clean, but I'm watching this continuation sell here. It's not the cleanest, but sometimes they try to hide it, Sometimes it won't be the cleanest looking shit. It's a dirty shit. With that 1 hour giving you what it needed to do? Would it have done what it needed to do? Because it makes that data worth. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. That's data, right? You just collected the data. Now next time you have more confidence to jump on that. Nothing wrong with that. It was probably because I was yapping about premium and discount. That's probably why you hesitated. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Just collect the data, right? If it makes sense, right, for you, it's still a premium in terms of where price is at. It's just not obviously based on the range, right? It's still a premium in terms of where price is at. But if your data backs it, I hear you. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did after say that, hey, if you collect the data, if you collect the data, if the data backs it up, right? Don't like pay attention. If you have enough data to back it up and you're confident in it, don't listen to me, you know? But I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I get it. I've been there. I've been there. Love the accountability though. That's what I'm here for. Love it. I'm here for that. $950 Mac. What you saying? Oh my God. Read this accountability. I don't get paid to spell, folks. I don't get paid to spell. I barely get paid to trade. Yikes. Yeah, anyway, I'm still on my internship, you know. I finished the degree and now I'm putting in the internship, you know, getting the experience in the internship. Soon it's gonna be paid internship, then it's gonna be a full-time role, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm still on my internship. And I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay. I'm on my journey. I ain't trying to rush nothing. I'm taking it like I would if I went to college. If I was wanted to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, right? You have to go to school. You have to go to college for about 4 years, right? Then you have to do your master's, right? Then potentially do a PhD, right? And then do law school or something, whatever. Go to medical school, whatever. Like it's a whole like 6. This where's the moderator? Where's the moderator? Kick this girl out. Kick her out of the chat. It's about 6 to 10 years, right, to become a lawyer, to become a doctor, and a specialized doctor or a specialized lawyer. So, what makes people think that they can come into the toughest freaking industry on this planet and they will get it within a year, within 2 years, within 3 years, within 4 years, within 5 years? No, it doesn't work like that, mate. You gotta put in years. You gotta put in work, right? You gotta take it like it's a education, like a a higher, higher education. You know, we're getting a PhD in technical science. This is the hardest shit on the planet. This is the hardest shit on the planet. So you have to put in time, right? Don't just give up after like 6 months and you're not getting it. Come on, man. You don't go to school for 6 months and you're like you got your degree now. You can go operate on people. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, watching this, like I said, the only place, if not at premium or equilibrium, right, that I'll be looking for a sell is at dealing range low. I did get a potential sell here that I'm watching. It wasn't super clear, but it doesn't need to be super clear as long as it meets the criteria, which it did. Okay, it's a one-time pass below external liquidity. All right, we come back into it. all right, and we drop below and take a short-term low here, okay, we have a failure swing set up here that I'm watching, all right, for the continuation to get to previous week's low. Like I said, it doesn't always retrace the premium to give you the opportunity to the best selling opportunity, okay, and it's okay if you have enough data, right? If you have enough data to back it up, it's okay to sell in a discount. It's okay if you have the data, right? And you're following your processes, your model, your procedures and protocols, right? But I'm watching it. Let's see what it's done so far, though. It's giving you negative 1.5. Let me see how many contracts it would have allowed me in here. 4 contracts, so 2 would be coming off at -1, another 1 off at -1.5, and the remaining 1 at -2. So 3 contracts off, stop would be reduced to half of the range here. So let's see. Yes, yes, you can use dealing range low as a high. Yes. So it's not specifically like a high and low is a premium or a discount. Like a high is a premium and a low is a discount. Yes, to sell. As long as it's above price, it's considered a premium. So let's say dealing range low is here, price is down here in this instance here. Let me delete this. Is in here. It's still a premium, right? In terms of where price is at, right? It's above price. Anything above price, disregarding the range, right? It's still above, anything above price is a premium. Where price is at right now, on this current 1 minute candle, anything above it, even dealing range low right now, is a premium. Anything below it will be regarded as a discount. So it's not like a high is a premium and a low is a discount. It just depends on where price is at and where that array is, where that level is. If it's above price, it's a premium. If it's below price, it's a discount. I don't know if that made any sense whatsoever. If you still don't get it, let me know. I'll try to explain it in a different way. And you can also use dealing range high as a low if we're above it. The most important thing is where you think price is going, right? Your draw on liquidity. Yes, same with equilibrium. Equilibrium can go both ways, but you're always looking for the direction of where you're going, right? So now we've established a sell program. I would only be looking to sell at equilibrium. I would only be looking to sell at dealing range until that fails, all right? That's obviously giving you more information, right? So you look for the direction where you think price is going after you've established your condition. Equilibrium is the midpoint of the range. So dealing range high and low, the midpoint is equilibrium. Yeah, and above the midpoint is a premium, is considered a premium. Hey, it's okay. I told you to ask the questions anyway. Remember, I need this. It's not just for you. Trust me, it's not just for you. It's for me as well. All right, and everybody else watching, because they all probably have the same questions. So anything above equilibrium, okay, is regarded as a premium, and anything below equilibrium, right, which is the midpoint of the range of whatever time-based range you're using, okay, it doesn't matter, right? The middle is always equilibrium of the time-based range you're using. Anything below that is discount. Best selling condition will happen in a premium, and best buying condition will happen in a discount. Yeah, the yellow dashed line. You see the fib that I drew on your chart, that middle point, the middle I made yellow on this weekend. Remember Sunday, I used the fib on your chart. That yellow is the equilibrium. We still would be in this setup here, okay? He's given us, we've taken off 2 partials. Yeah, on TradingView. Yeah, that midpoint that gives you the equilibrium. Stop would be reduced to right here, half of this tiny range here. 10 o'clock. Oh, 10 o'clock is here. Open range is complicado. It's complicated. I don't know how you say it in Spanish, but it's complete. So now we can go ahead and note our open range, dealing range. Low is low, high is high. Already populates the midpoint there for us. If you're scalping, if you're into scalp, completado. Okay, completado. Open range, completado. Yes, follow the yellow brick road. What it do, Mr. West? Follow the yellow brick road. In the what? Did he? Yeah, so if you're into scalping, right, if you want to be a scalper, this is the range that you use for the morning. You use 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Low is low, high is high, and the midpoint. Okay, and you'll be using it the same way that I use my daily condition. So it would have come and taken us out here after two partials here. Stop would be reduced. It would have come and taken us out here. It did what it needed to do, right? It wouldn't have been a loss anyway. Not much. Just hunting here. Just hunting. Trying to catch a big whale. Trying to catch a big whale. So for me, ideally, I still want to be selling up here at that yellow brick road. No, for me, yeah, no action for me yet today. How's your swing trading going? How's the position? You still in there? Da, 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 da. Patiently still waiting. Patiently still waiting. But yesterday I waited patiently for the trade of the morning, and due to the trader's error in judgment in terms of stop loss placement, in terms of waiting for a better setup, which obviously I didn't know what I know now, so it's okay. Giving myself grace on that. But the idea was there, the patience was there. It's just the execution part on the trader's part was wrong, was off. Okay, but it was still nice to watch that trade pan out and do exactly what I anticipated it to do. Okay, I'm not mad about it. I'm actually happy and excited about it. You know, it's not about the losses, right? Da-da-da-da-da. I know the direction. I know the location where I'm anticipating the setup. So now I'm just waiting for time and price to align in that location. And I have no choice but to pull the trigger then, right? Because everything would have been met. I'm so happy I'm just letting open range go by its own now. What it did? It's on demon timing for you, boy. Let me guess, no stop loss, right? Y'all don't know about Mr. West, mate. Y'all don't know about Mr. West. He lives life on the wild side. That's why his name is West. Wild Wild West right there. But you're still in there though, right? And he trades Bitcoin at that. Trying to bring him onto the gentleman side. To futures. You have supporters in here too, because we have football people. People that want to football. Oh my goodness. All you guys' risk tolerance is way heavier than mine, to be honest. Shit, goddamn. It's 10 o'clock. If this is what you want to do, that's what we want. Okay, we have this as 29,675. What's the high? 75.25. So it does go a little bit higher than that. Take no risk, no Rari, right? That's what you used to say. There you go. More wild people in here. How bad is it if the market structure shift is after the swing? What do you mean by that? Let me know what you mean by that. I don't understand. Me not understand that. I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. Swing formed before market structure shift, bueno or no? It's usually swing, then market structure. Well, the market structure will always be before the swing, but the swing will take the market structure. What time are you talking about here that happened on this chart right here? Did that make sense? I don't know if I answered your question. So the swing that causes the market structure will always be before the actual swing that takes the structure. I'm watching this continuation sell. We did one pause, two pause, market structure shift below. If I miss it, I miss it, and it goes without me. It's a retracement setup anyway. I'm okay missing those. Taking open range sell side here. Did I answer your question, by the way? Or you're in a continuation sell? This one? Okay, which one? This one right here, or with this swing low, with 10 a.m. swing low, or with the 10:06 swing low? 10 a.m. Okay. Fair. All right. -1 is right before our draw on liquidity. Okay, so it adds a little bit more confluence to that level. Whoa, baby trader said, I'm not just a retracement setup, girl. I can catch the continuation too. What are you saying? What are you telling them? She said, you said what? I'm just a retracement trader? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you I can catch that continuation. We see you. All right, Bradley, yeah, we see you. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. I was looking at this for an entry. I don't know if it came back into it to give me an entry, but it's okay if it did or it didn't. We watch it regardless. Yep, bread and butter. Bread and butter is a easy, always. 90% of the time, you will get bread and butter. If you don't get bread and butter, that's just, it adds to the low probability of the setup, okay? 1 and 2, and I'm out. I'm -1 and -2. Yeah. So what, you going with 2 contracts? Bread and butter is an easy threshold, right? To cookie, pay the trader, quickly get out, -0.5. All right. We're all here watching this trade with you. Die caught it up here, I believe. Well, would have caught it up here. Hey, you're not allowed those here. Where's HR? We don't do potty breaks out around here. We don't do those things around here. Previous week's low, we have our eye on previous week's low. If you don't have that on your chart, please have it on your chart. Previous week's low, previous week's range. Ooh. Okay, you still in there? Moderator wants me to, what, misogyny. I'm gonna allow it. Allow it to post. Okay, we're still in there, still fighting the good fight. Let's go. Not for this though, for Bringing out the market. Do you see the irony? Still holding strong. Welcome back from your potty break that we didn't approve. HR didn't approve the potty break, mate. Okay. All right. You heard her. She said what she said. This would have been it coming to tag me in here if it didn't tag me in on this candle already here. We're watching it. Mm-hmm. Fight, 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 fight. It's gone without me already. I'm not you. I don't make up entries. Yeah, for real. Before you get stopped in the hallway with no hall pass. Boom, boom, boom. Not high yet though. Oh, let's watch this trade here in terms of last line in the sand. She said entry was here. So we're looking for body closure. Body closure. Body closure. We're looking for bearish OB. Body closure in this mean threshold here. All right, baby trader, the fat lady will start singing on you. Now that you're in the trade, right? It's about paying attention to the candlesticks. What are the candlesticks telling you? Are they telling you that, hey, potentially you're on offside? All right, do you need to adjust something? Do you need to adjust risk in terms of take something off or close the trade completely? Right? Depends on what you want to do once you get those signals. But that's your next phase of development. Once you enter the market, it's out of your hands anyway. So all you can do now is watch the candlesticks to see the storyline that they're giving you. Is it the storyline that you're on side or the storyline that you're completely on the offside and you're on the wrong side of the chart, mate? And something needs to be done here. That is the next phase of development for everybody here. Once you know what gets you in the market, Now it's time about what keeps you in the market, right? What keeps you in the market? What characteristics and price action do you need to see that keeps you in the market, that lets you know, gives you more confidence to back up your trade? Like, okay, I'm good here because this is what the candlestick is saying. Okay, right now I'm not, we're getting a warning sign potentially that I'm offside, but nothing to do here. And then have a last line in the sand that if this happens, oh yeah, I know I'm definitely offside. So far, so good. All right. Like I said, body closure in the main threshold of this order block here, these two up close candle, because she's using this range here as a market structure shift. So this is the range that we need to pay attention to determine last land in the sand. Okay. So that the range that you're using, right? We have the 10 a.m. low and 10:03 high. That leg, right? You want to look at that leg for inefficiencies in that leg, order blocks in that leg, all right, that will support price continuing in the direction of where you're going. So this is what you want to see. We came to the low of that order block, the open of that order block, even to the if you don't use the 2 and you use the 1, comes up into there. And you want to see price move away from it. Now I want to see it continue in the direction lower, right, to your target. You don't want to see it come back and diddy-daddly around here anymore. That will just keep reducing the probability of your trade. We want to see big stretched out white limousines to the downside. So like when you get in a trade, you're not panicking. You're not paying attention to the, the P&L. Never look at the P&L. If you have the P&L on the chart, make sure it's in ticks or percentages. Never look at the monetary value of the P&L. Once you enter the trade, it's not about the P&L. It's about the candlesticks and the storyline that they're giving you. I don't want to see a market structure shift here. For the trade, I don't want to see it. For retracement, though, it will confirm a retracement here. For your current trade, right, we don't want to see a market structure shift here confirm a retracement setup. I know, right? I know. Oh, mate. It's crazy. When you try the continuation and the retracements, be like, what you say about me? What you say about my mama? Oh, there it is. Still no body closure in that main threshold there. Oh, mate. I do want to take this. I want to take it, but I don't. Collect the data. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. Just learned about this like yesterday. So just relax. Okay, just relax. So far, so good. All right. The wicks are allowed to do the damages, all right, but the bodies tell the story. But we did confirm a retracement setup here. I'm eager to get in, but like I don't have enough data on this trading at this time to be confident in my decision. And if I'm not confident in my decision, there's no point in me trying to get into the setup. It's all about having confidence behind your decision, and that comes from having data to back up your decision. But I'm watching it anyway, right? We're building that confidence as we watch it. We're building that confidence. Yeah, you'll probably be my liquidity. Let's see though. We still haven't got that body closure. All right. This candle didn't close. It didn't close above it yet. All right. So you haven't got, you know, your last line in the sand here, but potentially you could be getting it. Right. This stuff you don't want to see. Once we hit the mean threshold, you want to see price move away, right? Move away from that level if it's strong. Let's see what the next two candles, how they close. Maybe trader said, I just can't catch a break. You know what it means? You know, when you start your series of losses, it just means that your next level is around the corner. You just have to dig deeper into your trades, and that next level of elevation or to level up is just around the corner. When you start a series of losing trades, don't look at it as, oh, I'm entering a down period, or or like, it's not working, or that your model is just, not, it's just not hitting. Nah, this is where you need to dig deeper and get into the charts, because your next level, your level up is telling you, hey, you're about to level up here. That's why you're getting this series of losing trades. Out of every series of losing trades, I've leveled up in my trading. Anyway, you've got your fat lady singing a closure above that mean threshold here. Okay. Now what you do is up to you, right? Whether you're in multiple contracts and you want to take one off. Yeah, you do need one of those. If you're in multiple contracts, or like two contracts, and you want to take one off after this candle close here, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to just completely close the trade, you're more than welcome to do that. I just personally don't do that, right? So here, if you want to take one off, so you don't take a full stop out, you can do that, because you've got a warning sign here that, yeah, this is your last line in the sand, that you're offside in this trade. Doesn't always mean that you're offside, but probability of the time, 80% of the time, it means you're offside. So we've got that warning sign. For my trade, it's good for my retracement setup that I'm watching right now. I want to see those things because I'm going against what you're trading, right? So I want to see those things. I want to see those signatures that tells me, hey, I'm on side of my trade. I'm not in it. I'm just watching. Just saying. The reason I'm not in it is because I don't have enough data to enter in this time right here, right? I've only been collecting data for a specific entry in a specific time. Okay, I don't have for these. I'm not going against you. The trade is going against you. I personally ain't going against you. Two contracts for -1. Let's see if we get it. Damn, Lee caught me in person. I couldn't say no to him in person. Oh my goodness. No, her stop loss is up here. It hasn't hit it yet. Well, it should be up here anyway. $10.30. I don't want a whole new range. But anyway, we can do this to here. 10:30, kicking off. I'm gonna do this one to Yeah, let's do it to like till lunch starts, right? Let's do it to 11:30, and then we'll do 10:30 going on. First hour of trading has its own range as well. Okay, 9:30 to 10:30, right? Lowest low, midpoint, high is high. You're still in there, baby trader, still in there, still fighting. Not looking too good though. I'd want to see some body closures below the main threshold, back below, but seems to be respecting it in terms of the wicks here, in terms of the body to go higher. Yeah, but the fat lady started her ensemble. She's about to sing, sing, sing for that ass. Let me delete this because I just don't want too much shit on the chart right now. You want to start seeing it close below this main threshold. Okay, okay, okay. Start putting some bodies below the open. Market structure shift back up here will also confirm a retracement setup. Then you're definitely offside there. I'm looking for it to retrace into a premium for me to catch the continuation sell side. I also do understand it can retrace the reverse. Okay, it doesn't always have to continue in my direction. That's what I always anticipate happening until proven otherwise. And I let the market tell me that, right? I don't assume. I let the price action tell me that. If it gives it to me here, I'll be interested. I'll be jumping in there. Then I'll be really going against you. Body-wise, it doesn't want to close above that rejection block there. This would be a retracement setup if it confirms. If it confirms, it has to confirm first, not just jumping in. Yeah, it was respecting this rejection block in terms of body, not closing above it. So let's see. Yesterday we got a clean retracement and we got a clean continuation. It was spectacular. Super, super duper nice. One of the best Mondays I've seen. Did it darling a lot over here, innit? Yeah, it's respecting this rejection block a lot, mate. Like nobody's even closing above this rejection block here. None whatsoever. It said, you shall not pass. This is good for your trade. Baby trader, this is good for your trade. Now I want to see body closure below the open of this order block. Get you back to ringing the alarm bells, and the fat lady will retract her singing. And this would also confirm a continuation sell. Bing, bing, failed to take that high. Market structure shift back below. Yeah, I said, no, what you mean, bruv? What you mean, bruv? If you can frame both ways, right, that also reduces the probability of your setup. But I want to be trading on the side of my condition. It also gives me this, 3 contractors, so we're looking at 1.5 maybe. All right. All right. All right, continuation sell. Let's see what you're saying. 3. I'm aware I'm selling in a discount. I'm aware. Why is it not? Okay. Sell by limit 2. I'm with you, baby trader. I'm not against you. I'm with you. I'm with you because the market said so. And then we have one left for 1.5. Let's see what it do. And this is why I won't complete, even though I get my last line in the sand, I won't completely close the trade out. Like I said, 80% of the time you're offside, but there's also that 20%, right? That sometimes stings, you know, it stings. Because you're like, oh, damn, why did I close the trade? And it did exactly what I wanted to do, you know? 5. Let's see how it plays out, because we can also still take a loss here, right? We can also still take a loss. But I'm okay with the losses. I accept them. Let me delete this one. I accept them, I embrace them, I learn from them, I turn my losses into lessons, right? So there's never really a loss. But we're catching the continuation in a discount, okay? Like I said, the only place, leave me alone. The only place I'll sell is in the premium and at that low, the external liquidity low, dealing range low. Anything in between here for sale, not for me. So I have my 2 locations where I'm happy to get in a trade. I have the data. I'm comfortable, confident to get into the trade based on my data that I've collected. Bread and butter right here. This local range gave you bread and butter. Like I said, one of these days I'm gonna have a bread and butter account. Just enter, exit everything at negative 0.5. Bread and butter puts food on the table, mate. The market was just waiting for me to come in, that's all, you know? Waiting for big boss to jump in. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And -1, thank you very much. Stop remains the same, but I need to adjust it now because I've taken 2 off. So I need to change this from 3 to a 1 buy stop. Same position. It doesn't get adjusted yet. Same position. Buy stop, buy stop, buy stop. I start moving my stop loss after second partial, which is at 1.5. Target is still previous week's low, but now we have first hour of trading low below that as a first draw, and then previous week's low. And baby trade is -1 is right before previous week's gets hit. I'll be out of this trade before her though. Characteristics wise, I didn't see anything that was suggesting of offside. Once I got in, price just went straight in the direction of where I want it to go. And that's how you know that you're in a high probable trade. Soon as you get tagged in less than 5 minutes, it should move in the direction of where you're anticipating it to go. And if it doesn't do that, that's when you start looking for, okay, potentially I could be offside. Where are the signs or the signatures? Where in this range, right, will tell me that, hey, potentially I'm offside and price is, gonna reverse on me. I will be the liquidity. I used to move my stop at -1, but not anymore. Not anymore. I don't want to be so focused on the stop. I want to be focused on the profit taken, and just give the trade room to breathe. Right after second partial, that's more than enough for me to be like, okay, now I can start adjusting the stop. Drawn liquidity is first hour's dealing range low and previous week's low. If we're talking technicalities in terms of premium, based on first hour's range, right, its midpoint is right here. Technically, we're in a premium of a range, right, to catch the continuation to the downside. Doesn't always have to be the dealing range equilibrium or premium, right? This is why I have multiple ranges on the chart, because if there's moving from premium to a discount to a premium to a discount based on the ranges, right? Based on the ranges. Just a little bit more complicated, but it only sounds complicated if you haven't been with us for a long time, right? You just have to keep showing up here, keep listening, keep watching it on your own chart, keep looking for it in your own chart, and eventually it will all start to make sense. But if you're watching it for the first time, if you're new, and this is your first freaking college class, right? If it's your first lesson in your college degree here in technical science, it's gonna sound like gibberish to you, right? When you start college, your first lesson, you don't understand what's going on. You don't know anything. You don't know nothing. You're coming from high school, which you probably didn't even pay attention in high school. You're probably just messing around. Now you're in college, a little bit serious than high school. First class, it's calculus. Let's say you're not good at math. First class, you're not going to be hitting on all cylinders. You're not going to understand what the teacher is saying. But as you know, the semester goes on, each and every day you're going into that class and you're putting work in, you're studying, right? Then it starts to make sense a little bit. You start to get it. That's the same mentality that you have to have in here. Okay, people come here and they lose all senses. They think, oh, this is a free for all, and they can make money in the next 2 months. Mate, you're gonna have your clock fucking cleaned, mate. You're gonna have your clock fucking cleaned, your head shaved off, and you won't even see it coming. You won't even see it coming, mate. This is not the place to do that. As I was saying, I have mine in ticks, right? In terms of my P&L when I enter a trade, I'm not focused on the money. It's not about the money. It's about the characteristics and the price action. But anyway, but back to what I was saying in terms of when the fat lady sings and you get the last line in the sand. This is why me personally, I would never, right now at my stage and my experience, I would never close the trade completely. I don't mind taking something off the trade, but to completely close the trade, right? I would have been pissed if I was in this trade, the baby trade is in, and I got my last line in the sand, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the fat lady's about to sing on me, and I close the trade, and look at it now. Now it's heading to profit, right? If you want to reduce the risk in terms of take something off, fair enough. But for me personally, I've been scarred too many times. Like this has happened to me too many times, and I'm like, you know what? No more. I'll reduce risk, but I'm not completely ever closing the trade right now until I, get enough experience and enough data to be okay with whatever the outcome is, right? Right. At that point, I wasn't okay with whatever the outcome was, right? So let's see if it takes us out here. So far, so good. There's nothing here saying that price won't hit my terminus on this trade. Obviously, it can reverse here, and I'll be looking at this inefficiency in here. I would want to see price stay in the lower portion of this inefficiency if it reverses here, because we are back at first hours, not open range low. So I'll be looking at price to maintain in the lower half of this inefficiency should it reverse where it's at. Thank you very much. Thank you. We can go ahead and close this bad boy. Easy peasy. Continuation sell setup. Thank you. We're watching to see what else this trade will offer us, okay, in terms of hitting our drawn liquidity. 1050 macro is about to kick off, about to get some volatility injected here, maybe potentially to smash this low, smash that low. But here my stop would be reduced. You're still in there, baby trader. Yeah, you're still in there. I got in there too, but I'm out already. I got in and I'm out. It started going low once I joined the party. You know, it was waiting for me to join the party. But anyway, my stop would be right now, if I still had more contracts, my stop would be at 50% of this range here. It will be right here. It will be reduced to half of the range. And I'm watching to see what else this trade offer us. Like I said, I want to see price remain, if you do make it up here, remain in the lower portion. I don't want to see bodies start to close in the upper portion of this inefficiency. So far so good on getting to previous week's low. First, obviously, we need to get to first hour's low. Let's see what the outcome of that trade was. 246. All right, we like it. We like that. We like that. Already I break even on the week from yesterday's loss. Okay, even though it's a different account, we're already combining the two, and we're at break even. Well, a little bit better than break even. This day was 222. $20 up on the week. Hell yeah, buddy. Let me get a screenshot. You're still in there, baby trader. You're still in there. Patience, patience, patience. You're in there and I'm out there. Now I'm rooting for you. I came in, got my little bite size. I'm out. Got my little bite size. I'm out. You know, I'm not so pressed about the amount these days. All right, it's like 200, 200, 200. You know, I'm waiting. I'm working on getting to that $200 days. Right. Eventually, we'll turn to 2K days. We'll turn to 20K days. We'll turn to 200K days. We'll turn to 2 million a day. And yes, I'm getting there. Fucking 2 million a day. I'm getting there. Don't play with me. And that will turn into 20 million, 200 mil, and then we'll hit 2 bill. When I'm making 2 bills a day, don't even look for me, mate. You can't even reach me. You can't even like -2 getting smash trade will be at break even if we had more contracts, right? If you had more contracts based on the risk tolerance, okay? If you had more contracts, we'll be at break even on this trade after 3 partials, okay? After 3 partials, we'll be at break even. So let's see what else is in store. Let's see if baby trader gets her -1, which is right before previous week's low. We have hit first hour's trading low, so I'll be wary. I'll be watching this to see if it does give a retracement setup. We don't want to see that though. We wouldn't want to see that. For her trade, because we're all here for her trade now. We're supporting baby trader's trade. She needs a win, god damn it. -1 and -2 loading. Y'all talk to the man upstairs for me. Team Tash. All right, we'll talk to him. I mean, -2 could be potentially asking for too much. Okay, just because we have previous week's low here. But hey, let's see. As long as you, what are you doing when we hit -1? Are you moving to break even? Are you adjusting your stop in any way, or are you just leaving it? What's your trade management there? Hmm? Are we moving to break even? Because below previous week, our next drawn liquidity will be this. Sorry, we do have a low here as well. It's not a prominent low for me personally, but we do have a low here. But it would be this week, new week, opening gap down here as a next draw. Should price continue lower? Team Tash, hello, Tash Lives Matter. When we hit -1, what are you doing? What's your next? How are you managing this trade? Are you leaving your stop, or are you moving the stop to break even, or half in the risk? What's the deal here? But sometimes we can ask a lot out of the market, right? And it doesn't have to give us our targets. As long as we're aware of it and we understand that, okay, I've got my pound of flesh at -1. Anything above -1 for me, moving to break even, okay, cool. Anything above -1 for me is a bonus, right? So at -1, she's gonna move to break even, risk-free trade after first partial, and then anything above that is just extra. Hey, good job for identifying this trade and executing it. That's just a bonus, okay? So be aware that once we hit previous week's low, can you hear me now? Testing. Mic, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Okay, all right. No, I was saying, just be aware that -2 could be asking too much of the market, all right? Because we have previous week's low right here, and we could get a retracement, right, higher from previous week's low. It was me, somebody was in here. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so -1 and you move to break even, don't expect that -2 will get hit just because we have a higher time frame key level here that could cause price to retrace into where we want it to go. Okay, so anything after -1 is just a bonus for you, and you're happy for it to come back and take you out after -1. That was what I was trying to say to you. -2.5 getting smashed on our trade here. -3 is right, close proximity to where baby traders -1 is. That you didn't see anything else that you could have potentially gotten after that, or you just, like you said, forget it, I'm done here. Oh, there was a 15-minute OB here at 10:30. Comes back into it. This 15-minute OB right here. Post first hour of trading, it comes into a premium of that hours range. Okay, it comes into a premium of the hours range into an order block here that's in the premium of that first hour range. Obviously, we already have a direction, right? We have a location. It's a premium of the first hour's trading range. So this potentially could have been a post 10:30 trade setup for you, Dai. If you're here, you're missing it. If you're not here, where you at? Die. All right. We're just making sure you're awake, mate. We're making sure you're awake, mate. Post 10:30, there was a setup for you. Continuation sell setup here using 8:45's 15-minute order block. That's cool. That's okay. We're still talking about trades that you could have potentially got into for data. Post 10:30, we come into first hours dealing range premium. Okay, we had that order block right above that premium level there to catch the continuation to the downside. Baby trader, -1 on the way. You said you wait for macros. Okay, that's fair. I can mess with that. I ain't gonna fight that. I ain't gonna mess with that. If you're waiting for macros, then yeah, there would have been nothing for you. So you're good in staying out. Yo, season started. That's the only one you need, That's the only one that matters. The book on risk management. That is the only one that matters, really and truly. Because that's our number one job. Manage the risk, preserve capital, use a stop loss. -1, -3 getting smashed here. At this point, I would be break even. I'll just be partialing as we hit the fib extensions. Did it take you out here? That is it, and that's all. Risk management is our number one. Is the number one thing here, right? Manage the risk, preserve capital, live to trade another day. It should have hit you on -1 there, Tash. please confirm for the class that you are at -1 and your trade is now at break even, so we can stop worrying about you and your and your trade here. It should have been at 534, should have been your exit 535. Oh, -1 smash, super smashed. Okay, good. Let's see if -2 is on the cards for her, for her here. Me personally, I think she's asking too much, but hey, you never know with this market. It can continue lower. Right? It depends on how price behaves at previous week's low. Okay, so pay attention to how price behaves here. Not that it matters anyway, because you just letting it run. Now you're just looking for a bonus. All right, let me get my screenshot. Now we've hit our draw on liquidity. Let me get that screenshot. Let's get some transparency up in here. I take the losses and the wins. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hide nothing. I don't want to be one of them mentors or one of them people. Stop adjusted -2. Be nice to me, please. I don't want to be one of them, people on the internet that just, focus on the highs and ignore or doesn't shine emphasis on the losses. Okay, because it's out the losses really is how I personally have grown to where I'm at today. So I don't ever want to shy away from the losses. I don't want to just show people that when they come into this industry, it's all wins and no losses. The losses are the only thing promised to us here, mate. Okay, you're gonna get them, bitches. Okay, excuse my French, but just being honest, mate. And in the beginning, you want to take the losses on a demo account that won't affect you personally, right? You want to take as many losses. You want to take 1,000 losses on a demo before you can even try to do these funded accounts and stuff. What am I looking for? We're gonna do a trade performance review in a bit. Post your Rolls Royce and log off. We're going to do a trade performance review in a bit just because we got our trade of the morning. And if you don't need to stay, you don't need to stay, right? It's not about having the market attract all your attention, right? It's a brief moment. I get what I'm looking for. My session is done. We can get out. Enjoy the rest of our day. We'll come back tomorrow, refresh, rejuvenate, look for the same thing, follow the same processes and procedures and protocols, and keep it going. Keep it going, keep it flowing. You know what I mean? Help me with the caption here. Help me with the caption here, somebody. Something that's, not too out there, because that's not me. Oh. I got something. Don't worry, I got something. Another day of following the process and letting the outcome be out of my hands. Does that make sense? TP Tuesdays. I'll put that in the hashtag. I don't like that last part. This girl right here. Another day of following the process. And not 2% better today. -2 or nothing. TP Tuesday. I'll put that in there. That's it. And I saw this is like my trade journal. I think I missed a couple 2 trades in here, but this is as accurate as it can be on Twitter. Let's get a quick snap in here. because I still go, do the social media thing. Now it's just WhatsApp social media thing. Another day, another day, another day, another day. What's up, chat? Da 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 da. Yes, follow me on X, mate. Follow me on X. Do the damn thing. Yeah, buddy. Follow me on X. Before we get out of here, though, before we do a trade performance review, don't forget at imthetrader.com. All right. If you want to learn what I'm talking about here, get the basic foundation, build a strong foundation in terms of what I'm talking about here. So things that I say here start to make a little bit more sense. All right. I have put together a free beginner training. Hold on, let me log in. Yeah. It's free to join the academy, okay? Watch the beginner training video, gives you everything that you need to know, what every new and aspiring trader needs to know before entering the market, before risking real capital. Hey, why didn't it take me there? Yo, what's going on here? You're making me look bad. Oh, I'm in. I'm already on the page. Free training, okay? It's free to join the academy, all right? Get the basic on what I'm talking about here. You watch this beginner training, all right? You show up every day on the live stream, all right? You'll be in a much better position than everybody that's trying to get into this industry, okay? They start you off on the right path, all right? What you need to know about trading before actually risking money, okay? Here, you will learn how to choose your style of trading, all right? Your style of trading determines the time-based range that you use, okay? I am working on a follow-up training video that gets you into the chart, all right? Once you've decided how you're going to trade, right? And what you're going to trade, how are you going to go into the market? What is your process is going to be, okay? That I'm working on. But anyway, you still need to know this before we get into that next phase. So once you decide on your style of trading, right? That will depend on when it comes to the chart, the time-based range that you'll be trading, okay? So we talk about the 3 pillars, candlestick basics. What is a candlestick? How is a candlestick form? Okay, all that, you learn all that here. So it makes sense when you show up for the live Twitch stream, okay? What I'm talking about makes some sort of sense, right? You learn how to read a price chart. How we read a price chart here at I'm the Trader Capital is basically time and then price. We look at the x-axis and then the y-axis. That's it, and that's all right? And the candlesticks, they tell us the price action, the storyline of price action, okay? How to build your edge, okay? We talk about this in the beginning of our sessions every morning, all right? Confidence in our trading edge here at I'm the Trader Capital comes from 3 things. First, it comes from understanding how the markets operate. Then it comes from having one trading model with IPTA signatures, and then having a trading edge, right? Having a plan and a process that we follow each and every day, right? The same process that I do here every day is the same thing that I continuously do every day, and you're seeing the outcome of that, okay? And then the 8 steps you need to build your edge, right? 8 steps you need to build your edge, and we talk a little bit about our mission here, right? Our goal here at I'm the Trader Capital is to build $1 billion hedge fund, and in order to do that, we're looking for disciplined traders, okay? Because I'm not putting other people's money into somebody's hand that hasn't, learned from me or know what I know or like trained from me. I'm sorry to say, right? I'm just saying. So that's my goal. I'm looking for traders. I'm always on the hunt for traders. All right. So if you guys know anybody that knows somebody that want to learn how to trade, it's free. All right. The education is free here. I'm trying to build a community of traders, like-minded individuals on the same path, on the same goal. All right. Trying to do the same thing. All right. So we can motivate each other and keep each other going, keep each other accountable on this journey, because it's a tough journey and it's hard to do on your alone. Even though it is a solo sport, all right, and you're doing it alone regardless, okay, it's best to have people around you that can pick you up on the days where you're just not hitting, right? The days that you're just like, oh, it's just, you're just stagnant. You're doing everything you can do, but you're not seeing anything. in the works, right? So you have people around you that be like, I've been there, and can be like, yo, just keep going. I've been there. I was the same. You just have to keep showing up for yourself, and eventually you'll get to where you want to go, right? But anyway, let's do a trade performance review. Go check it out. I'mTheTrader.com. We're live. Join the academy. Join the academy if you want to know what we know and what we do here, okay? Still going this trade. Let's see if -2 is in a card for baby trader here. Let's see if -2. We'll talk about it tomorrow if it hits or if it doesn't hit. But let's see if she gets her -2 today. Let me put my fibs back on. What I did well today, all right, as always, is that I showed up. All right, I got 1% because showing up is the first thing, right? I show up for myself. I show up for my family. I show up for the people around me each and every day, right? It's not, once you understand the skill and you master the skill, it's not just about you anymore, right? It's about the people around you, your community, your country, the world as a whole, right? It's not just about you, okay? Anyway, showed up, got 1% better, gained experience, learned lessons that I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session. Showed up today and exercised discipline and waiting for the market to show me what I'm looking for in the areas that I'm looking for it to happen, okay? And just followed my procedures, my protocols, and didn't deviate from it. And the outcome was out of my hands. Whether it's a win or a loss, it's still out of my hands, right? Yesterday, we got in and it was a loss, out of my hands. I followed my procedures and protocols. That's how I judge myself. Like, did I show up today? Did I follow my procedures and protocols? Should I show discipline and sticking to them? Or did I break a rule or something? And I haven't. So as far as I'm concerned, every day that I follow my processes and don't deviate from them is a good day in the books for me, right? Just more data collected, more experience. Well, I fell short today. I woke up by a decent hour. I got my morning routine in. Chart-wise, I showed up, followed my precision protocol, didn't deviate from it. So I don't think I fell short anyway. So pat myself a little bit on the back there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. If you don't fall short, just pat yourself on the back, man. Just pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. You deserve it. Because these candlesticks can invoke emotions in you that you don't even know that you had that emotions, okay? And you can't act on those emotions, and you didn't. So pat yourself on the back for not doing that, for sticking to your model, your procedures, and your protocols. How I can improve for next day, next trading session is keep showing up. Keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses, which I have been experiencing, which we just broke, okay, deter me, distract me from what I got going on. Just continuously show up, stick to the procedure and protocols, and only allow the data to adjust based on data collected, not just because of feelings or emotions, okay? Based on the data and what the market is giving back to you, your analysis of the data that you're getting back, right? Then you start adjusting what you need to adjust and refine what you need to refine. But if the data isn't saying anything, then there's no adjustment, there's no refining, and you're good, you're Gucci. Nothing for you to do there, right? Yeah, keep taking small steps in the right direction. Eventually we'll get to our destination. And analyze the data, analyze the data, analyze the data. It will never fail you. Analyze the data, analyze the data, analyze the data. Extract the information that you need from that data, whether it be losses or wins, okay? Extract the pertinent information, compare and contrast, and refine and adjust what you need to adjust in terms of your processes, your procedures, and your protocols, okay? Other than that, solid day from us here. I'm the Trader Capital. No trades for die today. Baby trader took a trade. It was a winner. It is what it is. We progress and we move, but we got data collected today anyway, so it is what it is, right, folks? Everybody good? We'll be back at it tomorrow. Yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you took something out of today's lesson, today's session in the chart, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. I'm gonna continue to show up for me and the people around me, my community, and my country, and the world. It's about you. Are you gonna continue to show up for yourself, right? For your family, for the people around you, for your community, for your country, for the world? That's a question for you to decide, right? Other than that, let's wrap this bitch up. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. You know I like to ramble and tumble just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's a wee little bit. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Same time, same place. Don't be late.
Before we wrap up, there was a time that I would finish a trading session and still feel lost. Even on days I made money, I didn't really know why it worked. And on losing days, I had no system to fall back on. That's the difference between guessing and having a real edge. And here's the truth. Most traders only focus on entries, but consistency comes from the system behind the entry. So if you've been watching and thinking this makes sense, but I don't have the full system yet. That's exactly why I created the 10% to 1% club. That's where we go deeper into all three pillars: the full model, the risk management system, the money and mindset principles needed to join the 1% club, and the exact process to follow daily. If you're serious about becoming consistent, that is your next step. I used to think the goal was to win more trades, but the real goal is to become the type of trader who can perform no matter the outcome. Because once you have that, the results will follow. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next AM session, kicking off at 9:15 a.m. Kickoff once again at 9:15 a.m. To be on time is to be late, okay? So make sure you show up early. As always, I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy bloody hunting. Remember, you only fail when you quit.